July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line. 319. Mike. You can't hang.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
Check. Hey, 88. 53, check. Hey, Alpha.
From the 24, Rodgers, incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now a play fake here on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing box it.
Here's Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Peterson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Haskins. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now Haskins on 1st down. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. First down, here's a run with Peterson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. 3rd down, here's Haskins. Completes it to Davis. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Now Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Back to the ground, Peterson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip.
They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it here with a fullback, Vitale. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
You don't see me in your nightmares, son.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Jimmy Graham. 32 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now a give to Peterson running right. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, as some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. This one into the hands of Burton. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game and you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action with Haskins. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the draw, here's Williams. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing is Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on now, let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. This is Jones. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30, and he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
53, Mike, 53. Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. From 17 yards out. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point try now for Crosby.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
On 2nd and 10, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're... And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Give them an even 20 yards there on the pickup as a fake punt fooled everybody. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. On first down, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run again with Peterson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 43.
That's another Washington Redskins first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Peterson running right. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's going to be a long day. Hatch it.
Again, Peterson. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 33. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
A 50-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Good track. Good track. Hey, Delta. Mike, 53.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They go back to the ground with Williams. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin 1st down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now Peterson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Haskins now off the bootleg. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the toss, here's Williams. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That really sets him back, a loss of 6. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, it's Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Now Rodgers. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Now it's Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a run with Peterson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Go, go, go.
They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 36.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. The Redskins now going to use the 1st of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go! Let's go!
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And he hits the tight end. It's Davis. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one good for 37 yards. They'll run with Peterson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. So here are the Redskins now. An important 2-point conversion. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
53 is the mark.
You must be dreaming.
On third and long, it's Rodgers. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Ryan Kerrigan, his second sack of the night. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at about the 28. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Watch the safety creep.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Shoot.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Complete. Richardson has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. On 1st down, Peterson. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. Adrian Peterson, 34 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the loss to start